I heard someone say that if marriage was beneficial for women, they would have taken it away from us.
Actually, marriage doesn't benefit men anymore because you used to get married and you'd have a wife that wanted to contribute to the relationship, like cook, clean, take care of the kids, take care of you. And now the only thing women are willing to do is take care of the children. They say you need to take care of yourself. So why do you need to get married for that? The answer is you don't, which is why most men just have sex, get a woman pregnant, and then never marry her because they're getting the same result.
Yo, what's up, guys? Today we've got a video from Cosmic Burst called, Why Aren't Men Getting Married Anymore? And honestly, the answer isn't a big secret. A lot of men are just tired of giving everything only to end up hurt by someone ungrateful. This video was suggested by Locke the Bounty Hunter, so make sure you go subscribe to both of their channels. Alright, let's get into it.
I still stand by the fact that my husband is the ugliest man that I have ever met 5 years into our marriage. If you are single right now, it's because you want to be attracted to your partner, and that is just not realistic. I don't know how many times women on this app are going to have to say it. Find an ugly ass man and marry him. And I'm not talking about a guy that just needs a little brush up, okay? I'm talking about a terminally unattractive man. I sleep with an eye mask at night so that I have time in the morning to mentally prepare before I make eye contact with my husband. But here I am, married, and you're not. So who's laughing?
Imagine being this woman's husband and finding a video of her trashing you, saying you're not attractive to her. That's a huge insult, and honestly, it's completely uncalled for.
I left the man that I loved for the man that I deserve. I was in a relationship for 10 years and decided to leave that relationship because he was no longer the man of my dreams. He was a good boyfriend and he never cheated on me, but when it came to alignment and what I deserved and what I wanted and saw for myself and my future kids, I wanted to give my kids the best possible father I could, as well as like the best possible life I could give them. Love is not enough for that.
So basically, she walked away from a solid, dependable, good man, just to chase a rich guy. And that right there proves it. Women like this don't really want a good man, unless he's got the money to go with it.
So I left. It took me years of contemplation, but now I am in pursuit of finding the man of my dreams again, because you're young, you're hot, you might as well live your best possible life, especially the one life that you have, the one body that you have. Like, don't waste it away on settling.
She left a good man and now she's single, still convincing herself she made the right choice. But the truth is, she's not that young anymore, and guys just don't find her attractive like that.
I genuinely don't understand where the tall people at. Where are tall men? Anywhere I go, I can see above the crowd. That's not normal. It's like Snow White and dwarfs, full capacity. And all of them are so sus too. Like, there's no like testosterone coming through your shirt. You just there like, let's go do blow in the bathroom. I'm sorry, I'm having a drink in your hand like pineapple strawberry vodka soda. That's the reason I stopped going out, and this is a reminder for me today that I should have stayed home.
I'm sorry, but these women can't even tell the difference between 5 feet 11 inches and 6 feet 3 inches. All they really care about is finding a tall guy because for them, it's just a status symbol to show off in front of their single friends.
So I would love to get married again, but now it seems like men don't want to get married anymore. Like, why is this? Can't we just get a prenup and be happy and be married? I get it where there's so many people that just live together and they live a married life, but they don't actually get married. Are people at least getting rings still? So at least you can show like I'm taken when you're out and about. If you don't want to get married, what is the real reason men don't want to get married anymore?
Men have already made it clear why they don't want to get married. Modern women today can be selfish, entitled, and quick to walk away the moment they realize marriage actually takes effort. So honestly, what's the point for men anymore?
Is it money? Is it they've already had half of their stuff taken from a divorce, so they're bitter? I'm really curious. I feel like the partnership that comes with marriage is just a little bit different than if you're just dating someone, because they can always cut bait and jump ship because there's nothing to lose. When you do have like skin in the game, I feel like people would be more apt to like work through challenges, try to figure it out to stay together versus if you're never married, it's easier just to be like, okay, fight and run away. But are guys really not wanting to get married anymore? Let me know in the comments.
You've got to love the irony here. This woman is trying to shame men for not wanting to get married, yet she's the one who clearly divorced her last husband. You really can't make this stuff up, guys.
Most men that get divorced, they get married again because they need somebody to like take care of them. Most women that get divorced stay alone because they're like, I don't need to be somebody's like parent. I'm going to just chill by myself and it's way better alone.
I think that men never usually want to get divorced in the first place.
Because you guys get so much more out of a marriage.
But I think it's because men generally are far more moral and they adhere to a much stricter moral guideline than women tend to. Well, I mean, you can shake your head, but you have nothing to back any of the things you're saying up. Nothing.
Women like this actually think men are just lazy, clueless guys who can't cook, clean, or even shower without a woman helping them. Even though men have been handling this stuff for thousands of years. But okay, sure.
Why is it that women are initiating divorces?
Because they have to do too much for a man. A lot of the time, women are willing to go and be a single mother because they're a single mother at home with their husband. So they don't want to take care of an additional person. They want to just take care of themselves and their children. They don't want to have to also take care of a full-grown man.
Care of everybody too.
You're assuming that he is. Most men don't do that. Most men aren't doing that.
Men are out working their asses off for their women. What do you mean?
The only way what she's saying could be true is if she actually met most divorced men. But she didn't. She just feels like it's true, so she doesn't have to prove anything.
My dad said it seems like young men don't want to get married anymore, and I wanted to ask the internet why that might be. Like, I definitely have ideas of why it might be, but I'd rather hear from real people. It's also interesting that it coincides with that statistic that's been thrown around a lot lately, which is that 40% of women of marriageable age are going to be single by the year 2030. And what's interesting is it's by choice. Like, we're all choosing not to do this anymore. And I know that for a lot of women, myself included, there's a lot of hesitancy because we've been hurt and we're afraid. So I'm curious, what is it from the male perspective? Or do you think all of this is just like a consequence of the culture we live in now with like hookup culture and the internet? I don't know. Let me know what I should tell my dad. Thanks.
Men don't want to marry women who've been emotionally hurt by other men. She can't fully trust him, she'll expect him to do more while she does less. And when she files for divorce, he could lose everything. Honestly, it's no secret.
Okay, listen, I've confirmed it. My husband no longer cares about me. Okay, so this morning when I woke up in a really bad mood. Okay, I don't know why I woke up in a bad mood, but I was just in a bad mood. And I wanted to talk to him about it. I really did. So when he asked me the first time, he said, "What's wrong with you? You're acting like you're in a bad mood or something." I said, "No, I'm fine." Okay, so then he asks again. He was like, "No, I can tell something's wrong with you. What's going on? Is there something wrong?" And I said, "No, I'm fine." And then he never asked me again. He never asked again. And what hurts the most is that I was going to tell him on that third time. I was going to tell him the third time that he asked. Did not persist with the questions. He asked twice and he let it go. Who does that?
Normal people don't do this. Her husband showed concern for her not once, but twice, and she just turned it into a pointless mind game. Normal people don't act like that. Only terrible wives do.
Who does that? I'll tell you who does that. Somebody who doesn't care about their wife. That's who does that. Somebody who's probably cheating on her. Somebody who...
Or maybe your man just can't read your mind and he's relying on you to use your big girl words when something is wrong with you and tell him. And what's frustrating for that man is that he's most likely going to be the one to apologize because he doesn't want to fight. Even though he's not the one that woke up with a bad mood. Even though he's the one that did check in with you to see what was wrong. Even though all that man probably wants is for you to be okay. On the other hand, if you used your words and you told him what was wrong, and if he had a poor reaction to that, that would be a different story. But at least that would be something real for him to actually apologize about.
She's already expecting an apology from him, even though he did nothing wrong. All he did was care about his wife's mood, and apparently it wasn't good enough. I mean, that's just messed up.
Here's a part 2 on why you shouldn't date for marriage when you're in your early 20s. So a lot of people say, like, you know, if you don't date for marriage when you're in your early 20s, then you're going to be ran through, you're dating for heartbreak, you're wasting your time. And none of these things are true because, first of all, what you do with your body is your business, and I am all for fully honoring your truth and your pleasure, whatever that looks like for you, whether that's multiple partners or just one, that is your choice.
She's already expecting an apology from him, even though he did nothing wrong. All he did was care about his wife's mood, and apparently it wasn't good enough. I mean, that's just messed up.
But there is absolutely nothing wrong with getting into a serious relationship when you're younger, but the reality is no matter how intelligent and advanced you are for your age, you're still going to grow so much in your 20s. So my advice as someone in her later 20s and who has worked with women for the last 10 years, from early 20s to early to mid 50s, wait to get married. Otherwise, you're more likely to get divorced.
It's crazy how modern women use their 20s as an excuse to keep acting like kids. Honestly, that's one of the worst things a woman can do to herself, for so many reasons.
And to the bitch that keeps stealing the hubcap off my car, your coochie smell like the back of a throat, okay? Anyways, why are men expected to act like a husband in a boyfriend stage, but you don't feel as though you need to act like a wife in a girlfriend stage until somebody chooses to make you a wife? Make it make sense. If you never displayed qualities of being a wife, why would anybody want to make you one? It sounds like women just never want to put any effort first. Like, we feel like we just have to offer minimal effort and that should be significant enough. That and the cat should just have it in the bag.
The sad part is, even if a modern woman put in just a little effort in a relationship, it would be a huge improvement compared to what most are doing these days.
I don't know about y'all, but if I'm choosing to be in a relationship, I'm in it to win it. Do you want dinner, baby? Massage, baby? Baby, what do you need? Y'all are literally admitting to doing half it and then wondering why you still are not a wife. And they got the audacity to be complaining about why Suzanne's a wife before you. You haven't showed anything. You're doing what any other would do. Stand out.
If a woman says a man has to work to earn her affection, then honestly, there's no real affection there. Let's be real, she's built up so much damage that she probably isn't capable of being affectionate anyway.
We were talking about, how so many married women are cheating on their husbands. I see it a lot. He sees it a lot. And we were wondering, or I was wondering, what do you think? Why do you think this is happening? His response was so on point, and this is something that I've done several videos on. So he was saying that there's a lot of women who marry men, and the woman wants to run the show. She wants to be the boss. She bosses him around. She wants everything her way. She starts emasculating him.
It's sad how many modern wives can't even show the smallest amount of respect to their husbands. For them, it's easier to be abusive than to be kind, and that's really sad.
Heard so many stories of men who meet great women, but they end up leaving because they feel so emasculated all the time by a woman. Eventually, if you're emasculating a man too much, you don't respect his opinion, you don't respect his authority or like his leadership, he's going to stop being a leader in the relationship, and he's just going to let the woman take the drive. Now, a lot of women would say, well, this is exactly what I want, but what ends up happening is the woman stops respecting the man, and then she goes out and cheats on the man, and she tells, men that she cheats on him with that she just wants to be dominated in the bedroom. She wants a man that's a real man. I see that all the time in my comment section, women being like, well, where are the real men out there? I had a man that I had to baby, or a man that I had to pick up after.
These women will tear a man down to almost nothing, and then make it worse by cheating on him with what they call a real man, even though that guy will toss her out the second he's done with her. Anyway guys, that's it for today's episode. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, drop a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care of yourselves, guys.